Hey everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. Okay, so what you're looking at right now is my next phase going into my development and trading and whatnot. Couple things. Number one, I can't believe how archaic retail brokers are. My broker, RBC Direct, good customer service, but the website, it's really prehistoric times. And the ability to do P&L, profit and loss reports, since the day I trade, not possible with RBC Direct. And I wouldn't be surprised for any other retail broker is a problem. The trading, in terms of execution, is probably abysmal. I've kind of got to get my automated trading up and running as fast as possible. That's including, of course, the execution. So we've got right now, let me just show you here, I've set up a meetup for this Monday. Today is June 2nd. I've set up a new meetup. Basically, I'm going to be releasing my code for my AK-47 for all my members. And I'm going to be putting together a first demo. There's about 5 phases in the system. The first phase is essentially looking at government data, using those government data sources, and then being able to know what to look for and how to identify potential hot trading sectors. So that's what we're going to focus on, and the delivery is going to change. It's going to be a YouTube, Google Hangout, which I did last Monday. Seemed to work okay, and we're going to focus on that on Monday night. Moving on, because we got that part done, so that means we can do ETFs, stocks if you want to. Not my priority as a trading asset class. I do like ETFs because they're safe and it removes a lot of the volatility. The other thing is, my next phase I want to move into is futures and options. When I read Bloomberg, when I read Morningstar, what I'm finding is around 4 o'clock you'll see alerts saying, oh, depending upon our futures data around 3, 4 in the morning, we'll know the outcome for market direction for that day. So basically, futures data and options data is very important to not just understand market direction, volatility is a good example for option chain data, commodity, and just basically what's like in real time be able to see what's going on in the economy. From my point of view, Forex it's okay. It's kind of like really gambling, but with options trading, it's very systematic. And this course that you're looking at right now is the example. Now, there's 3 ways to trade. As you know, we have fundamental, we have technical analysis, and we have quantitative analysis. I like quantitative. I'm not there yet. It's a pretty complex process to really understand the math behind it. It's not easy. We're talking probably PhD level stuff, so I'm not really going to get too serious with that until probably the fall of 2015. So for now, this course I'm showing you right now that will show the how the dynamic behavior works for both futures and options, how they work together. There is a relationship there, and basically being able to understand the rules, logistics, the mechanics of these asset classes, because they're really important. But I was just saying, the number one asset class from my point of view that's really worth pursuing is options. I've talked to lots of traders. A lot of them tell me they make okay money in Forex, but a lot of them are making a ton of cash in options if it's done right, and the payoff is amazing. So that's where I want to go. I do have a fairly decent portfolio to kind of use. So maybe in the fall I'll get really serious, but for now I just want to use the data, the analysis that you can use in the data, including like Greek analysis, blah 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 blah. So this course is really good, and it mostly focuses on fundamental analysis, not technical and not quantitative. This is a very old school way of looking at the markets, which I kind of like. It's safe, I get it, I understand it, and I'm going to pursue it. So my job is to try to, there's 25 videos here, is to automate each and every step in this course. That's my goal. So that's the next phase that we're going into. But just so people know, there's a comment here. Here it says Colin Carter, who's a professor of this course, it's on YouTube, has his own book. So I'm probably going to look at it and go through it and pretty well automate what I see. I just really like this course. Everything I'm probably going to code it up in MATLAB, but I will be very cognizant of trying to ensure the algorithms and whatever I code up is compliant for MATLAB coding, meaning I can generate C++ code from it, and or at least a Java interface through a Java jar file through a through the MATLAB guide. So that I'm going to be aware of, but that is my goal, to get final code, hopefully in C or C++, as well as front ends done in MATLAB guide, which will be deployable in a Java jar file, which means it can be deployed on any operating system, be it Linux, Windows, Mac. So that's the goal, that's the phase. On the technical front, which I've already addressed on the MATLAB, I've been doing this for 5 years. I've come pretty well full circle, looked at pretty well everything you can think of. The one language I never thought I'd ever say, I really would put a lot of serious focus on, is in C++. I only say that now because of the recent book that I've looked at, the Practical C++ and Financial Programming, or Programming in Finance, or something like that. But it identified that C++ is not as hard as it used to be. With auto pointers and shared pointers, makes life a lot easier. We don't have to worry about cleaning up your own code when you create or instantiate your own memory objects. And the other nice thing about it is, golly gee, what was I going to say? There's just this auto keyword that you can use to create dynamically your own data type. And it's just, C++ has come a long way, and it's pretty impressive. And some of the new things I'm seeing in the new C++ 17, I'm pretty well kind of hooked on it now. And I do like Java. I think the new Java 8, 9 are decent too. My position on R and Python. They're good languages, but as I want to evolve more as an end target for a true high frequency trading, C++ is pretty well the only option you have, as well as because I'm using MATLAB Simulink specifically to generate FPGA solutions. Hopefully one day I'll be using C or C++ for that. So to put all my emphasis on C, C++ with MATLAB, it's a winning combination from my point of view. I've also had a comment about what about all the software licensing. If you're just joining my membership and you don't have MATLAB, you can use still MATLAB for prototyping. Get yourself a home edition for $150. Get all the toolboxes you're interested in for $45 a pop. So you can get a fully decent little MATLAB environment for under $500. The only problem is you won't be able to co-generate and do what I'm doing with the full production or full enterprise or non-home edition, because it gets very, very expensive. But then on the other hand, I just turn around and say, well, what are you spending on time? What are you spending on productivity? What are you spending on, because you're not able to get your solution quick to market because of open source, because you still have a lot of technical challenges. On top of that, you have the packages that you always have to worry about if you're going to choose or Python. It's not future-proof because those packages will break and they do get out of sync. And ultimately, sometimes I've seen packages that you choose to use get abandoned, and that's not a good way to develop. So that's why I like my MATLAB. In terms of the technology, databases, I do have Postgres. I have like a basic schema, nothing to be proud of. I'm also have looked at and very committed now to Redis for the data store caching. It's quite good, as well as Postgres as the backend, because that's all open source. So all the open source I'm looking at, and true open source, where there's no corporation behind it trying to like take over the development of that project, is of course Redis and Postgres, which are true open source as far as I can tell. Just for those that want to know, MongoDB, I just looked at it again. It's pretty well managed by a company, as well as one day that may get closed sourced. Who knows? On top of that, it's really meant for documents. So Redis is more of a caching need, or used for a caching need. So there's that. Hopefully you've seen my demos in the Linux with Ubuntu using MATLAB 2013. I've verified I can do code generation with C, C++ in Linux, as well as the Java, and being able to create Java jar files and a little basic interface as well. So it's cool. We are now moving into this next phase. Just wanted to let you know this course will be the centerpiece for now, at least for the short term, as I bang out all the algorithms, all the code that are related around these videos. So this is the really juicy stuff in trading and getting a really solid handle on how futures and options work, thanks to this course. Again, I mentioned Forex. I'm waiting on a little burb to drop a package of a Forex strategy that's supposed to be the best one out there. I've used one before from the same person, worked out great, and that's part of my core set of algorithms that I believe in, and that I'll be using. But again, I don't see myself getting access to that until probably in the fall. But once I finish this, I'll probably look at the Forex trading strategy, and that's it. And then I'll start moving into the more advanced mathy stuff, and I'm hoping to get really excited about it, because when I watch Khan Academy, that's where I want to go. So I just want to let people know where we're at. This is the next phase to bang out the code, again in MATLAB. Hopefully I can get it available that it can be deployed across all OSs on top of it'll be C or Java, or maybe even a Windows EXE for now. Who knows? But we're getting there, and this is the next phase, just so you know.